Nigeria's new kits by Nike unveiled this week was inspired by Agbada. This is definitely not an Agbada, but you get the point. Welcome to the Nutmeg on Guardian TV. My name is Solomon Fowowe and Dennis joins me in the studios. It's great to have you on the show today.
Always a pleasure.
And
Solomon.
what do you think about the new jerseys? Yay or nay?
Solomon, so certainly it's just Nigeria being consistent with what we have always been known for, come up with something different and then make the news. Like you did remember that before the 2018 Russia World Cup, you see that while all national teams were unveiling their jerseys, Nigerian Super Eagles jersey actually come up top as the best jersey that was used during the World Cup, and perhaps Nike is just trying to make sure Nigeria retains that trophy in quotes.
Yeah, so you actually like the jersey?
I have no option.
You have no option. I actually like it. I like the snazzy little designs and the very fact that the designers used certain words, stuff like onaism and all of those. But away from that, there was games that's during this week, and it was Atletico Bilbao rather, against Barcelona. In the Kings Cup, there were a whole lot of surprises because Real Sociedad also defeated Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. But looking at that game between Real Madrid and Real Sociedad, it was Martin Odegaard, a player on loan from Real Madrid at Real Sociedad, doing the menace against Real Madrid. What do you think about that?
It's certainly surprising to many of us that actually thought this was one of the best seasons Real Madrid have enjoyed under Zinedine Zidane.
There were talks of a treble already.
Yeah, since the Champions League triple, doing it consecutively. But we did see that this season, while it seems like Real Madrid are beginning to get into their own, get into a very good form, Real Sociedad came out, courtesy Martin Odegaard, it is just something that is a shocker to everyone. That's
incredibly that Real Sociedad were ahead 3-0 at certain points in that particular fixture. So the other game, Atletico Bilbao against Barcelona. Now, it's the loss is coming on the heels of what Eric Abidal said, and the very fact that you think that maybe it has gotten to the players. He's saying that the players really relaxed and they didn't like their time under the previous coach. Messi came out to hit at him that he has to name names, and Jordi Alba also after the game said the same thing. But Sergio Busquets said it wasn't about the comments that made them lose the game. It was about the way they played in that particular fixture. Do you think those comments by Eric Abidal has really affected the dressing room of Barcelona?
Certainly it would affect, because if you do look at things as it were under Valverde, there were claims, even aside from Eric Abidal, that perhaps some of the players were actually working to get Valverde sacked, and then finally they got their wish because the team hierarchy did let him go. But since the new coach has been appointed, it's not really been a very consistent Barcelona side, because a whole lot of times you see them doing the ball playing without precision, without getting the goals. But then the match against Atletico Bilbao, I think just further heightens what has dominated the major criticisms about this new coach. But if the comment or the uproar happening at Camp Nou could have influenced the match, I think certainly yes, because the other day we did hear that the club hierarchy actually summoned Eric Abidal, and then even his place as the sporting director in the team is a bit under doubt. Okay,
now moving over to this weekend, interesting games. We have two derbies, the Milanderby, the Derby de la Madonnina, and also we have the O Clásico in Portugal. Maybe it's the less popular one, but we're going to be talking about the Milanderby, Inter Milan against AC Milan. And you look at that particular fixture, and there's one person, or you could say might be the most important person in that particular fixture, and that's Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who has played for Inter Milan and AC Milan. AC Milan are not having the best time right now, but do you think that Ibrahimovic's presence in that side is going to get them over the line against Inter?
It might not be enough for what the club needs, because you look at Inter Milan right now, the only reason why they are not on the top of Serie A table is because there is a certain Cristiano Ronaldo and Juventus there. But take that away, I think Inter Milan have really shown that they can actually push to the extreme end, talking about this Serie A title, and then with the sort of players that Antonio Conte has put together, and like we always say that it is a mini Premier League side, you know, in Inter Milan. But comparing this with AC Milan, you know, AC Milan for over 7 years now, I've been going through series of drawing board and then going back to clean it and then drawing another drawing board. You know, it will be a very difficult task for AC Milan to pull up over Inter Milan.
So AC Milan, you're currently 8 on the log, but they still have designs of getting into the Champions League with them bringing in fresh face in Zlatan Ibrahimovic, although you could say it's not fresh because of his age and all of that. But do you think they can still inch or probably nick that Champions League spot?
I don't see them nicking the Champions League spots because, you know, we still have the likes of Napoli in there, and then there is the top 4 right now in Italy is very, very contentious. You know, a whole lot of teams are contending that place, you know, because if you did look at the log, fine, like you said, AC Milan currently 8 on the log, and then mathematically, you know, it is still possible for them. But the question is if they can be consistent enough, you know, to get that place. But then if they are unable to get to the Champions League place, I actually don't think the European places will be eluding them.
Okay, thank you so much for talking to us on the Nutmeg today.
Always a pleasure, Solomon.
Okay. So let us know in the comment section what you think about those games. That's the game between Inter Milan and AC Milan, important game in the Italian Serie A. Thank you so much for sticking with us. If you're not subscribed to this YouTube channel, you should absolutely do that already. Interesting content from Guardian Nigeria for you. Diverse content, I'll say. Thank you so much once again. My name is Solomon Fowowe, and this has been The Nutmeg.